Today we're going to focus on factoring using some special cases, and we're really only going to focus on using the difference of squares because the other special case is called the perfect square trinomial, and you can factor that using the x. So if you want to know the shortcut, I can show you individually. Like I said, we're not going to focus on it because you already know how to factor that. So difference of squares pattern shows up when you can actually take the square root of both terms. Okay, so if you have a binomial, so remember binomial means two terms, and then it has a difference, so subtraction, so two terms, this is terms, and then subtraction, so two terms and subtraction, check to see if you can take the square root. So if you can take the square root of x squared, okay, which is x, I can split that into two parts. Okay, if you can take the square root of 81, which is 9, I can split that into two parts. So my pattern for difference of squares is that one's plus and one's minus, and that's it. Okay, let's go ahead and do a couple more. Okay, so I can take the square root of n squared, so if I split that, I have n, and then the square root of 3, square root of 9 is 3, so I have n plus 3 and n minus 3. Okay, next one. Two terms. You can take the square root of both. Here's one thing that students forget to check. If there is a plus sign, we can't actually use this pattern. It's not possible, and here's why. Okay, so this pattern has a plus and minus. A positive times a negative gives me a negative 25. So I would need to make them both positive. Okay, but if I do that and check it, I end up getting r squared plus 5r, okay, all I'm doing is FOILing, plus 5r plus 25. Okay, notice that these two, when I check it, actually combine together to give me this. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back and erase that because what I want you to make sure you pay attention to are the two things that are in my rules. If you have two terms and you can take the square roots and there's a minus sign here, then you can use it. Otherwise, you cannot factor it. Okay, so let's do two more. Okay, notice these are a little different because we have a coefficient up front, a leading coefficient there. So still checking, two terms, subtraction sign. Can I take the square root of 9? I can, it's 3. So I have a 3k split into two groups. And then the square root of 4 is 2. So using my pattern, I have a plus 2 and a minus 2. Okay, so one more time. Square root of 16 is 4. So let's split that into our two groups. Square root of 25 is 5. Okay, we do have a minus sign there, so we're good. One's plus, one's minus. Okay, so that's all you're doing today. Like I said, in your homework there's another special case, but you can use the x or the AC split to factor that. Go ahead and try these 4 guided practice problems. Have those checked. Once you're done, you can get your homework. Tomorrow, we're going to start reviewing all of our factoring that we've done and kind of mixing it together to make sure you understand everything before you take your test. Have a great day.